Welcome back everyone. Battlefield 6 has finally dropped. After 40 hours of gameplay, 0 sleep, and enough caffeine to power a tank, I believe it's a good time to give my thoughts on this banger of a game. Here's my review of Battlefield 6. This game definitely looks more polished than the beta. From explosions to the terrain getting destroyed from the aftermath of a jet ramming into the ground, you'll be in awe. Just don't stand in the open for too long or you'll end up getting sniped. The single player campaign showcases the visual the best. Due to some of the missions being at night or having more scenery compared to the multiplayer, the shadows, the light reflections feel on point. Even the small environmental details like flowers will attract your gaze. The destruction also looks amazing, but not over the top. Although most of the buildings can't be fully destroyed, some do. They're usually the buildings that are used for capture points. Maps aren't large, but not small either. I'd compare them to Battlefield 2's multiplayer maps. Some are medium sized with lots of cover and buildings, while the larger maps are wide open. Character models are sharp, though the chaos sometimes makes it hard to tell friend from foe. Luckily, friendly fire isn't a thing, or this game would be a war crime simulator. After 40 hours of sitting down and building up a swampy layer of gooch sweat, I can confirm this game slaps. I was worried at first, but the more I played, the more that old Battlefield magic kicked in. Gunplay feels slower but tighter than the beta. The weapons have distinct personalities that can be easily tuned with weapon attachments. Thankfully, the vehicles don't feel floaty anymore compared to 2042. Back then, tanks felt like they were hovering above the ground, but in Battlefield 6, they feel right, powerful but not invincible. The same goes for helicopters. I was a menace to the buildings at first, mostly because I kept crashing into them, but after tweaking a few settings, flying started to click. Jets though, still a nightmare. I swear every time I take off, my fingers forget how to function. Modes like escalation are a highlight. Capturing points expands the battlefield, unlocks new vehicles and areas as the match progresses. It's a great way to keep the match feeling fresh. Closed modes are also fun but wildly unpredictable. You're either dominant with a solid squad, or you get stuck with a team full of mouth breathers. Just a complete nightmare at times. The campaign puts you in the shoes of multiple characters, each introducing new mechanics and weapons similar to a tutorial. Without spoilers, it feels like a typical Call of Duty style story. Not bad, just familiar. Although short, the pacing feels right, but it could use some background missions to flesh out the whole PMC villain plot. Still, let's be honest, we're all here for the multiplayer. Although I'm glad that Battlefield is back, it's not better than ever. Better than 2042? Absolutely. Better than the classics? Not quite. The few maps available aren't memorable as Battlefield 3's, and the UI when customizing loadouts or weapons feels bland compared to Battlefield 4's. On top of that, some of the players need to troubleshoot their PCs before getting into the game, which kills the vibes completely. Then you have camping roof gooners who exploit the map to snipe players, but they usually lose because they ignore the objectives. Overall, I'd recommend Battlefield 6 to any Battlefield veteran or anyone who is into online shooters. Also to note, this game is surprisingly optimized. Although not perfect, it's better than most recent Battlefield Day 1 launches. So if you miss the good old days of Battlefield where 20 medics run past you without reviving you, well, this is the game for you.
Is that all?
I'll never pass up a chance to get up close and personal.
You're as crazy as Kincaid.
Takes a madman to catch one.
Got my first trout in a spot like this.
What'd you use? Huh? Sniper rifle? UAV?
Wooden fishing rod my abuelo made for me, actually.